something huge just happened in my world. And if you're a woman over 40, over 45, over 50, over 55, I don't know, you're either in it or you're feeling it because there is a shift happening right now. And I'm feeling, I don't know, is it that I'm turning 55 this year? Freedom 55. The click has happened. The shift is happening. Women everywhere are really, is this the wrong word to use? Waking up to a deeper truth. Like there's a deeper truth. I've given a lot. I've given so much. I've loved hard, but where's my dream? Wait, where's my dream? Like maybe you've raised a family or you're raising a family. Maybe you haven't. Maybe you've built a business or you're building a business. Maybe you've been supported or you've been supporting everyone else's dreams and visions. Maybe you're the woman everyone leans on, but quietly you're starting to really wonder, when is it my time? Is this it? I felt that energy surge this week. We launched our Master Empowerment Coach certification 2025 and the number is climbing, but we're up to nearly 60 women, powerful women who have showed up, who are ready to rise, and you could feel it in your bones. I could feel it, the hunger. If it's like a hunger, courage, the decision. This isn't about doing more. And I really have gotten it in Freedom 55. It's about becoming more of who you really are. It's the same message I've been saying for 30 years, but it's landing deeper. So if you've been feeling the nudge, the ache, the whisper, the screaming, this is your moment. This is Simply Woman, and it starts right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome back to Simply Woman, the coaching podcast where transformation isn't just a concept, it's a lived experience. I'm Crystal Andrus Morissette, your host, and each week we dive into the heart of what it means to rise as an empowered woman. Last week, we sat down with the incredible Sharon. She's a bold, beautiful soul who cracked open. And I didn't take that lightly. I could feel something that so many of us feel, but rarely say out loud. Where am I in all of this? Where are my deepest dreams in all of this? And so today we get to check back in with Siobhan, because the truth is coaching isn't just about one breakthrough. It's never just about the moment. The moment could be huge and big, but it's about what happens after, when the cameras are off, when we go back to our lives, when we begin to process what we've shared, when all of that starts to sink in, when life gets noisy again. So let's check back in and see what's shifted for Siobhan. All right, we're back. Siobhan, it's so good to see you, girl. How are you? How's the week been?
I'm actually not quite sure how I'm feeling, and I am being okay with that.
Yeah,
Lots. I don't
good.
even remember what happened at the end of the conversation, other than the feeling that I had in my chest. And I don't really remember what we even really talked about. But I have just been spending a lot of time just slowing down. And I think that's really what happened is I got in my busy brain and I was just really projecting my energy outwards and I needed to keep my energy for me. And so I've just been spending a little bit more time outside and releasing expectations that I have of myself, and which was perfect this week. My car was in the shop. I literally could not leave my house. And so it was just really nice for me
It's
to,
amazing how Crystal in her woo-woo world says things like, it's so nice how the universe just steps in and takes care of things for us sometimes. Like, all right, so we're just gonna ground you here. We're going to take away your car, which is also that part of your income, which is also the driving that you do with students, because you're also a driver's ed instructor, transitioning into some other empowerment and things that you're building and dreaming. So it really planted you.
yeah, it
And,
was good.
and it was good. So I love that you're kind of like, I don't even remember what we did. And it's great because I do. because I do remember these things because I remember my clients. Sometimes I think better than my clients remember themselves because I'm really locked in. And what I remember, and here's what's really interesting, we see each other on student calls. So I too sometimes forget, like, what did we talk about that time? Or was that that time? Or what did I say that time? But you know what? I remember the biggest thing was your, I think I said to you, you're resonating up in reason and you're falling down into desire. And that's a high resonating loop. I don't pick up a lot of shame and guilt, and I don't pick that up off of your energy field. Like, I feel like you're a pretty proud, dignified, courageous woman that's living her life and has dreams and goals and plans. And if anything, she just gets frustrated because she wants it all.
Mhm.
I don't know if I'm picking, and I'm not saying you don't have shame and guilt because you're a human being and everybody has things they go, I really wish I would have done that differently, or I really wish, but I feel like the vibe you're in right now is, yeah, I'm a human being. Yeah, I could beat myself up and feel guilty for a million different things, but how would that serve me? Am I,
Yeah.
would you say I'm zeroing in on that or talk to me?
Yeah, I think that's correct. I feel that I was there once upon a time, and I've done a lot of thought processing around that and reflection. And come to realize that is not where I want to be. And I, I don't want to be the victim in my life anymore. I have spent too many years looking at my children and kind of almost blaming them that I couldn't have the career that I wanted to have. And it had nothing to do with them. And it's me just shifting my perspective on, if I'm not happy in how my life looks right now, I am the only one who can change it.
Yeah. And again, I will say you, that is like you have, that's that. I think I said it last week. It's like a Mennonite sort of like a, it's up to me. Like there's no bullshit in you. You're sort of like, if it's meant to be, it's up to me and I'm going to do it. So I just want to keep reminding you, even just, I know you know this, but I'm going to remind you with that compassion to, like, even when you say things like, I was sort of blaming them. But in fairness, you have four kids that are young. So, four kids would take a lot of your energy and presence and time and thoughts and life. So, it's not blaming them, but it's having the awareness to say, but I did put my career on hold. That's just factual. It's a
Mhm.
fact. It doesn't have to be, I'm a victim to it. You can say, but I did choose to have four kids. And listen, there are times in my life that when I look back, I say, that was a really hard time. And I didn't fully allow myself to acknowledge how hard it was because I was in it and I had these kids and I had this life and I had this house and I'd gotten married and I'd suck it up, buttercup, and get the job done. Like there are definitely been times in my life where I've said, like, suck it up and like put your head down. And I've even said it like this, like down to the grindstone and get it done. What I've realized looking back is that if I could guide any woman, and I am right now, is, yeah, there are times in our life where we have to, it, it can feel hard because there's a lot of people pulling at us and taking from us. And if we really don't protect our energy, really protect our spirit, like protect the part of us that's like feels like still vibrantly alive, being part of life, and it can really happen where we give energy away. I just think it's important to recognize that it's a different world for moms than it is for everyone else. Not a bad thing. It could be like the greatest gift ever, but it's managing a lot and having compassion with yourself to say, oh, I don't have to blame them. But the fact is, I did give a lot and I'm going to continue to give a lot. What I would want to, the advice I would want to give any woman is find as much joy in every moment you can each day that you can with the decisions that you made. And sometimes we do make life changing decisions without giving them a lot of thought. So now we do have to deal with the choices that we made. But rather than being like, you made your bed, you lay in it, it's more like, I can do this with a lot of joy. And those dreams are still there. And hormonally, I look back now and go, oh my God, I didn't even realize how much I was driven by hormones. And ladies, I don't just mean sexuality, I mean hormones. Like I'm through menopause, and yet I'm having the worst night sweats I've ever had in my life, and I'm the healthiest I've ever been. And my back is breaking out, and I've never had pimples in my life, and my back is so it's like there are things that are hormonal. And there are times in your life in your 30s and your 40s that you're also, it's a lot on women. So I just love that you're saying, I'm just finding compassion for myself through all of it. And holy jumping when those little munchkins and you just kind of get yourself back refocused and you keep saying it, like, just keep bringing it back to myself. That career thing can explode in a matter of months. It can explode in a matter of a year or two, where then you go, I'm so glad I did that time with my kids. I don't regret that. In it, I was thinking I was being set back, but it wasn't. I now look at it and go, oh, it was just all part of it. Even though my 40s, there were times that I thought, I just got to put my head down and get through this. I got teenage girls. I've got a husband who isn't the father of those girls. I've got all these people who I can't change or control. I can't make everyone be what I want them to be. I can't make them all get along. And so I did. There were times I just insulated in my own little brain, my head, my spirit, my heart, just sort of like, oh, I got to go in and just, the, again, the advice is find your joy every day in amongst the responsibilities and the bed that I got to make and lay in. Like, get better sheets, buy yourself a new pillow, like make the journey as nice as you can until you go, oh, those kids actually are not even that demanding anymore. I'm 55 and suddenly I have this realization that my kids are grown. I don't have that story anymore. It's not real at all. So now there is no excuse for why my career can't be everything I want it to be. And having four kids at home isn't an excuse, it's a reality. So I just blobbed along there for a long, good 10 minutes. But back to you, Siobhan, before we go to our next woman we're going to do some coaching with today. Is there any just words of wisdom, just because you do have four children and you are a wise woman and you do have big dreams? So if someone is sitting in your shoes right now, just from what you know to be true, what would you share?
I believe that we are all creative souls, us as humans and mothers especially, and to just remember that we do create our life and we do create the children that we are raising, and the playfulness exists in the chaos.
Yeah,
It
it
really does.
does. The best, again, the advice I would say is don't wait to start living until the kids are raised. Don't wait to start living until you have a certain level of income. Don't wait until start living until you suddenly your marriage is everywhere you need it to be. Don't wait, because that stuff, we could just keep waiting. I know it. And
It's
so
all woven together,
it's all woven
and that's
together.
life.
Thank you, Siobhan. Thank you so much. It was great catching up with you. That was beautiful. Thank you, Siobhan, for showing us what it means to just keep showing up for yourself. Coming back this week, staying in the work and doing the work, and allowing yourself to be gentle and compassionate with yourself. That self-acceptance, it's such a hard thing to get your head around. And sometimes it just starts with, I accept how I feel right now. I accept that I've blamed. I've accept that I've been frustrated. I accept my emotions as mine. I accept me. Like, just sometimes saying the phrase I accept can be such a softening into your own body. Now we get to welcome someone brand new into the love seat. It's Sharon, and she's calling in from the other side of the world. Well, at least from me, Sharon from Australia. And Sharon's not only stepping into this conversation, Sharon has just stepped into her power in a really big bold, beautiful way. Sharon is one of our newest graduates of the Master Empowerment Coach certification. She is a woman who knows what it means to transform your story, to face the hard truths, to rise up from within. So let's see what's going on with Sharon today over in Australia. Hey, Sharon, it's so good to connect with you from Australia. How are things and how are you?
Hi, I'm going all right at the moment. Thank you.
So, Sharon, last week at the end of our podcast, I just asked the ladies that were in the recording studio live, does anyone know that they want to get some coaching and come back next week? And I said, Sharon, how about you? And then you were like, okay.
Why
So,
not?
Sharon, let's just do what we do as empowerment coaches. And let's start with just putting 2 feet on the ground. Let's do what we say to everybody before anything in life. Like, do it many times through the day. 2 feet on the ground. If you're sitting down, pull a little meaty part of your butt out on either side. Just get your sits bones right. I'm on a ball. Like how fun that is. Every woman should get a ball. You should all sit on the ball. That's so good for you. Sharon, let's just close our eyes. Let's all of us do this together. Let's get really grounded. Let's all of us let ourselves just drop down, down, down into our body, out of our busy minds. See your mind up there, not only as a brain that's firing off neurons and forming synaptic pathways, and there's all these connective tissues, but your mind is like this high level executive suite, and there are all these decisions being made behind the scenes that you don't even know are being made right now. So we want to drop out of the chaos and the busy. We want to imagine there's a little elevator over on the wall up there in your busy brain. And Sharon, you're just going to see you, all of you, each one of us, walk over to the little elevator inside our brain that's on the wall and press the down button. And the elevator doors open. And I love this visual of just saying, walk inside and let the doors shut, and it gets very quiet. And now feel yourself press the down button to the fourth floor. And we're going to let ourselves drop down, down, down out of that busy penthouse, the busy brain with all the racing thoughts and the to do lists. And feel yourself dropping down through your third eye. Feel the elevator dropping down in your actual physical head, rise or sliding down, pass through where your nose would be and your sinuses. Feel your elevator dropping all the way into the back of your mouth. It's connecting down with your throat now, and you're feeling the elevator just lowering right down through your entire throat chakra, and it's meeting up with the neck and all the way down to your collarbones, and you're continuing to feel the elevator dropping until it stops right at the fourth floor and it opens up into your heart chakra. And those doors open, and there's the most magnificent green garden. It's so beautiful inside your chest. But imagine the most expansive, beautiful green garden, gorgeous flowers, the prettiest flowers you've ever seen. The scent and the aroma is magnificent. This is all going on inside of you. It's your sacred garden. It's safe, it's rich, it's fertile and beautiful. It's everything you could ever want it to be. And in your garden is where you also have this special place, this sacred place that you store your heart. It's not just the beating heart that keeps you alive, but it's your feelings and your emotions and your love and your heartache and all your dreams. And it's a very special, sacred treasure chest. And so we're going to just walk over to your treasure chest, and you're going to find the key and unlock it and open the lid. And inside there are all your dreams. And there may be some heartache in there too. But in this sacred place, you're allowing to come up for you right now, Sharon, whatever is rising to the surface. And just breathing deeply into it and asking your heart and asking your body and asking your sacred garden if today is the right day to allow yourself to pull one of those dreams up out and explore it. And what comes up for you, Sharon?
For me, I think is breaking free from the past.
Beautiful, staying in that. So if you could just ask your body right now and your heart where you have stored that past pain. Where is it in your body? Like if you could imagine that your heart and dreams are stored there in that treasure chest in your heart, you've also taken pain from the past and you've put it in another little cabinet somewhere for safekeeping. Why don't you just imagine you have a special x-ray machine that can laser in from the tip of your head to the tip of your toes, and it will just travel around looking for the aches and the pain. And you're not going to fight it. You're not mad at it. You're not angry at it. This is this special place in your body that says, I know you couldn't deal with it then, but you're equipped right now. And if you feel ready, let yourself go to that place in your body and breathe into it. And just share with us if you feel comfortable where in your body that you feel that. You can keep your eyes closed, Sharon, or you can open them, but where in your body do you feel the past pain?
Interestingly, I feel it in my right knee, which I know is usually my moving forward.
So let's let your body talk to you today and just stay right out of your mind. Stay right out of your mind and your thoughts and your consciousness and all the knowledge and all the wisdom. And let yourself right now just go right into your right knee, travel into the pain, and just ask your right knee without trying to be psychological or spiritual or anything. Just dive right into the knee and go as deep into that pain as you can and tell me what it feels like. Describe the pain.
It's a bit numb, but at the same time, it's sort of um, stabs, like it's hard to say.
Stabs,
Mm,
stabs, stabs.
Like
Like, is it like a prick? Is it like a knife? Is it something stabbing in there like a knife trying to really cut cords and break tendons? Or is it more like a bee that's stinging you and trying to get your attention? And just breathing into that area. And if anyone right now, as you're watching or listening and you're feeling in your own body, breathe into the area, like accept it instead of fighting it and saying, oh, you hurt, it hurts. What are you doing? Why are you there? How long have you been here? Why are you doing this to me? Just breathe into it and say, I feel you.
mm,
I
I do.
accept you. You're here. You're numb. Thank you for
Feels like
protecting
it's
me.
come off, like to it's almost like it's trying to shed light
Mm,
and and leave where it's been stuck for so long.
beautiful. Stay there with it. And so I'm hearing you say it's almost like it's a chisel and someone's trying to chip off the clay. I'm hearing like
Yeah,
there's light trying to come through. It wants to be revealed. It wants to be set free. How long has that pain been there in your knee? At least what does your body tell you? How long has it been there?
for the last few months, but only every so often, and it's been strong for the last 12 hours, really.
Breathe into it. Beautiful. So your body is now giving you this opportunity for healing, for
Mm.
getting your mind into alignment so that you can start to dig deep and go, where do I have some unfinished business from my past? Where do I have some stories that I've been holding on to that my body is telling me these aren't serving me anymore? My body is letting me know, like, this story that once served you to keep you safe or your family safe or the idea of what you thought was safe. Is it possible? Could you accept the possibility that maybe there's a belief or a story in there right now that wants to be set free?
Absolutely.
What comes up for you, Sharon?
Um, I feel it's the childhood trauma of, I guess you could say, my parents not, I mean, yeah, it's, oh gosh,
Just breathing into it.
yeah, it's interesting. My parents had to go into their own business and things weren't going well. So my father had to go back to uni so he could um, then get a job, as they say, so he could provide for the family. Whereas my mother had to then take on the family business that she didn't like. And I'm feeling that what's holding me back now is that trauma of watching my mother go through stuff that wasn't pleasant for her and for me, watching it in doing a life that she never wanted to do.
Mm.
Um, and
Breathing in, staying in that area, staying in your body, staying in your body, staying with your body, breathing in that you have a story, a belief that you feel that you think is the truth, that your mother lived a life that she didn't want to live. She did a business she didn't want to do. Is there a part of you that thinks maybe that's not 100% true?
I don't know.
Yeah, then I feel like you do. So you do feel like that's true. And when I say that to you, what does that make you feel? The realization that there's something coming up in your body that's saying, I think I have a story in here that my dad went off to university, and then my mom was forced to really pick up a lot of work, and it put a lot of pressure on me and my mom.
Mhm.
Does that feel accurate?
Yes,
So
yes.
staying in that area and breathing into that area, if it didn't make you a bad daughter, it didn't make your mom a bad mom or your dad a bad dad, it didn't mean anything about anybody. It had nothing to do with good or bad or morals or values, but it just allowed you to say, I've been carrying stuff that isn't mine to carry for a long time. And if you could just let yourself go into your body right now, and it didn't make you a bad daughter to either of your parents, and there's something in your body, your child, like how old were you when that happened, that your dad went off to university and your mom had to pick up?
Um, I would have been about 14.
So I want you to go back and see yourself as a 14-year-old girl there with your knee, and there are your parents, and there you are. And allow yourself to tell your dad in your mind's eye and to us right now what it is you really wanted him to know about that time in your life. Breathing into it. Deep breath, inhale.
That time of my life, I actually hated it.
I'm sorry.
My father was horrible.
I'm sorry. I'm breathing into that. It's okay, Sharon. Just breathing through it and feeling. We're all here supporting you, standing with you and your mom,
I
breaking
really felt.
generational trauma. Breathing into it. What would you want your dad to know? If you could write him a letter now today that he's passed and he's never going to get, what are some of the things you'd want him to know, the could have beens and the should have beens and the ought to have beens, what your life should have been like, what he should have been like, how it ought to have been and it could have been?
It should have been so much nicer. It didn't have to be so rude and so horrible to Mum
Mm.
and to my sister and I. Um, Or to my siblings. He was just a nightmare.
Mm. Have you let yourself really acknowledge what he did? Have you really let yourself, because he passed and we want to hold happy thoughts, have you really let yourself acknowledge the reality of what that put you all through?
I have, and I remember writing a letter to my father years ago through one of your processes. Oh gosh, probably would have been um, years ago. And I remember writing pages and ripping shreds off him and telling how horrible he is, how disgusting he treated us, and the amount of abuse he gave us verbally. And I just 4 pages of just typing like crazy. By the end, I could not even see the screen. I was crying so much, letting it all out and saying how dare he treat my mother like that. Um, and I would say, like, um, without any hesitation, how horrible he was to people. And people would even admit that. And it's interesting just recently hearing family on my father's side, um, like his nieces and nephews, um, admitting how horrible he was. He was just not a nice man, but that's when we were children. And then when I grew, and all my siblings grew, he be and something shifted in him. And I think it's because we all became adults that he could handle us finally. And he was actually okay. And I could actually have good conversations with him, especially after I left home. And so he shifted. Um,
But your body doesn't always know that, you know? And here's the thing about our bodies, and you know this, Sharon, you're an expert in this. And this is why we all still need other people to help us, even if we do so much helping and healing and loving to others. Like we all need someone else to witness us and to hold space for us and to just be there for us. And so the body is a secret keeper. Your body is your secret keeper, all of us, and it holds on to everything. Um, all the great stuff. Here's the thing about the great stuff, though. We live it in the moment, and then we get to experience it in the moment, and then the body like doesn't need to hold on to it because it was so great. There's like you got the experience, it came to completion, and it's almost like a movie. It's like it started, it had the high, and it completed, and then it leaves the body. But when we've been through trauma and day in and day out trauma, especially as a child, until we learn, and some of us we never get taught and we never learn how to find the message in the mess, how to
Mm.
get the gold out of the garbage, how to get the gift. Like that is a learned thing. And so for all of us, the way the brain works is the brain says this is too traumatic right now, but it doesn't let it go. The brain and body, we have to see those as one. We cannot keep seeing the brain and the body as separate. We can see mind and body as separate. We can see mind and brain as separate. Brain and mind are not the same thing. Brain is a physical thing that's happening in the body, it's very physiological. And so, the way the mind works, the way the brain works, the mind and brain together work is when something is happening that is so too much for your nervous system to handle. The brain, it's like it's taking pictures, it's filming a movie, and all of a sudden goes, whoop, stop. And let's just take this memory and store it over there in your knee.
Mm.
And let's keep it there until Sharon is finally ready to let her body show her and talk to her where she has this little buried treasure chest somewhere. And inside that treasure chest for you is pain. It's a painful memory, but inside the pain is also purpose and power and all kinds of amazing things. And it's really, really unhealthy to say to somebody that's going through pain, oh, there's all good stuff in there too.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do that to somebody. But when you've reached where you're at now and you're saying, I'm in a good place now, my body is now finally saying, I think we're ready to complete the memory.
Mm.
I think we're finally ready to put full completion on it. And not just for the mind to go, yes, but for the body to go, and we can let go. So
Yes.
imagine, let's do it now because I know we both can. Let's go back to your knee and let's see the numbing. And let's just talk to your knee for a minute and say, I accept that you say what it is. I accept this numbness is what protected me until now. I accept that this stabbing, stinging is trying to break free some of this numbing. It's trying to waken me up. It's trying to bring me back. It's trying to set me free. And we also know, Sharon, and you know this because you're an expert in it, but for anyone that's new to this, knee would be connected to root chakra. Root chakra is connected to family of origin. So, family of origin is connected to roots long and deep. And often when we have pain in from our legs down, and also roots are bloodline. So, sometimes when we have autoimmune disorders, when we have blood disorders, I know that this is very esoteric and it's Eastern medicine, but it's really based on 5,000-year-old philosophy, past lives, Terry says. It's absolutely true. There can be stuff that you're carrying that's finally come up now in this lifetime, and it's an opportunity for you to not blame yourself, be mad at yourself, but say, oh, thank you, knee. Thank you, knee, for showing me where I'm now ready for another deeper level of healing. I could fight you. I could be mad at you. I could get a knee transplant or replant or whatever it's called. I could get, I could just get new things put in there. And that sometimes has to be what it has to be, but it can also be ask your knee what it needs from you. Sharon, now today, at your age, now today, what does your knee need from you to cut the cords that take you back to that time?
It's funny. I was just thinking that it's time to cut cords. It's time to let that go. And my knee's saying, basically, it is time. You've lived this holding back for too long. It's time to be free and like what we were saying before with Siobhan, it's time to start living the life that I can live now. It's my time because I don't have any reason not to. And I know that with a lot of, like, say, wealth, for it's not just money, it's having that relationship and having with either yourself or somebody you love or your family. And one of the things that I've been working on, which is probably why now it's come up, it's time to go, is that I've been healing the wounds of myself because it's time for me to have that relationship with somebody else because it's been too long without that. And I know as we talk about being an empowerment coach, it's not just money is wealth, but it's also that relationship you have with that person. And I know that my trauma has been holding me back from finding that right person or allowing that person to come in
Sharon, you know what
because
just popped into my head? I'm so sorry for interrupting you, but when it pops in my head and then I make a note, then I'm so afraid that I might not get it out and then I'll regret that I didn't say it. So I have to say it. Do you know, I think sometimes we as daughters hold ourselves back unconsciously because we've somehow made an unconscious commitment to our mothers. Um, and and I'm going to say this, my daughters to me. I'm going to use it that way rather than me saying it's you to your mom or me to my mom. But I'm going to say this because I've never said this out loud and I don't know that I've even thought it until recently. But I think sometimes our daughters don't even know they're doing it but they might make an area of their life more challenging because it was challenging for me. And it's not conscious that they're in alignment with me and they're working out all their mom stuff for them through themselves. Like you didn't let yourself fall in love. You didn't let yourself really do this thing with your partner. You're talking now about a partner. What I'm really hearing you say is, I'm ready to cut that cord and that commitment I made to my mom also, Sharon, so that you can find a really good guy that won't be like your dad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you don't need to keep that commitment to your mom anymore either. You get to have love, and love is a beautiful thing. And you're really sad and sorry that your mom didn't get it, but you don't need to make that commitment to her. Does that feel like something coming up for you? I see it. Breathing into it.
I think you're right.
Breathe into it. Keep talking. Talk it out.
I
Talk
just
through it.
know that living my life the way that I deserve to live it is like living the life that my mum could have had.
Living
And
the life that my mom could have had as a single woman if she would have just left my dad and done it on her own. You don't realize you're unconsciously making a commitment to show your mom that you could do it, mom. You can do it. You could do it, mom. You could do it and just raise your children, and you could have done it. And you could have left them and we could have been good. And I'm going to actually show you. I'm going to live it. And now you don't have any karma or anything to show her or anything to prove. Is there something coming up? I clearly there is.
yeah, it's interesting we're talking about it now and it's the releasing because I'm at the age she was when she left this world. And I used to
Oh,
say
sorry.
she left this world because she couldn't handle her husband anymore. And so this is my time to show me that life doesn't have to be the way that she lived it. And it's my life and I'm creating it for me. Despite the fact that I know in the past I keep saying I'm creating it to show mum that it could have been good.
Sharon, your mom wants, I'm so sorry for anyone that thinks, who the hell is Crystal to say this right now? But I'm really intuitive, and your mom really wants you to know you've done it. If you've nothing else to prove, you don't have to show her anything. Like, you've already done it, you've proved it. You have nothing else to show or prove or show her. And you have no karma. Everything's clean, everything's great. You've done it. And your mom really is just saying, you're amazing. You get to love and be loved now, Sharon. You don't have to do it alone. And I'm so sorry that you thought you had to do it this way to show me that it could be done. But there's another way too. How old was your mom when she passed, and how old are you this year?
Exactly the same age, 55.
That's a big deal, especially that I kicked off this call saying Freedom 55.
I know, right?
It's a laugh of
Uh,
truth if I ever heard one.
it's yeah, it's just outstanding that this year, yeah, it's it's like, damn girl, this is your time because you've lived this holding on of this life for way too long and I know that back in the day when my parents did leave, um I felt it was my job to keep the family together, to keep my siblings together,
It's a lot of pressure that you've had to be your mom.
right?
Now, do you get it? Like, you literally have, like, you stepped in, showed your mom how we can hold the family together. She left at 55. Her soul left early. You believed it was because she just could not stay married to this man any longer. And instead of leaving him,
She left the world.
she left the world. And right now, she's saying to you, enough already. You have nothing else to prove.
I know, because through all the work that I've done with you, and I know that I've been with you for a long time, over a decade, that I have came to a point where I just could not no longer be that ground of keeping the peace with my siblings. And because I was getting sick and it felt like I was having the poison and they didn't care. So I had to break free of that and let my siblings go. And that was the most rewarding moment I've ever done.
And painful and
Them,
liberating.
yes, and allow them to have their own journey because I have learned from that is that I can live my life because it's my journey. And even like allowing my child to go off into they've left home and everything, and they're off doing their thing. And I kept saying to them, look, this is your time now. This is your journey. So you get to make the way you
And
want.
the same wisdom that you're telling your child now is this is your time, Sharon. This is your journey. Like really. And I'm here to tell that to you. This is your time now, Sharon. This is your journey.
And that's why my knee has been playing up in the last 12 or something hours, or especially in the last month, because I know that it's my time for that relationship because I know where things are holding me back are the two elements of the wheel, and it's the finances and the love of my life. And I know that they come into completion when I let go of the old and let go of the crap that has been holding me back.
And Sharon,
And
what if we could see it now and go like, okay, in all that crap, like I live out in farmland and I went for a long walk with my husband today and saw all the little baby cows being born now and all the little then the muddy ground is starting to come back to life. Soon there'll be like crops everywhere and it's beautiful. Um, and I don't know what just made me just go down a tangent of being out in the country.
it's new, it's fresh, it's new life. I
Yeah.
mean, that's happening for you. I'm going the opposite. However, for autumn, like
Oh, right.
it's
Because you're Australia, you're going into the autumn now, the fall.
and it's beautiful. Like, I'm getting the beautiful leaves, the redness and so the ground is, I mean, I don't have snow, so it's, great all year round. But it's my time to just shine, to break
Yeah.
free of.
Yes. Yes. And what we know is like, let's keep remembering this. The body, which when we say body, we mean physical, the physical world. So your body, your knee, your health, your finances, all of that stuff is never for any one of us to ever shame ourselves for the reality, but it helps us to say, so the all of that stuff that we see showing up and we feel physically always obeys the mind. And the mind, not the brain, by the way, the mind. So the mind has a whole set of like stories and beliefs and narratives and things that are really important. I really just feel like your mind has held on to a very clear story about the woman you needed to be for yourself to prove yourself to everybody, like your parents, your siblings. And it was unconscious on many levels. But I really do feel like this is this time for you now that you're saying, so my outer world is showing me the commitments that I made or wouldn't make to love.
Yeah. Mm.
So if you could wave a magic wand, here we go, Sharon. Crystal's getting out her magic wand. Can she do it right now with her? Here we go. You ready? Crystal's going to get her magic wand. And if you've got yours, okay, we're gonna wave our magic wand. Woo! And if we could make anything, yes, let's all pretend we're doing it. You're waving a magic wand, and you get to dream. You get to dream right now. And if you could dream the dream and let yourself inside your body, just first of all, let yourself tell yourself how you want to feel. What words come up for you? How do you want to feel?
Amazing.
Tell me more words.
Um, I just know that it's so on the surface and it's just going to be so incredible. I'm
Tell me
like,
about the things you want to feel. You want to feel love? Is that what I'm hearing you say?
yeah,
Tell me
absolutely.
more about it. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear more of your desires. Tell me, what do you desire?
I
Do you want
want to,
sex?
well, why not? It's been a little while.
So you want
Yeah,
some
I just want
loving, you want some sex, you want some connection, you want back rubs, you want arm tickles, you want romantic kisses, you want dinners out. Tell me more about what you want.
yeah, all of the
I
above.
need to hear you say it. Your body, your brain needs to hear you say those words. Tell
Yeah,
your body what you
free
want.
with, I want to be free with exploring this now stage of my life, and there's so much freedom in this part because as I said, a single mum, but my child is off doing their thing now.
So it's
So
you. So I want, tell me more. The more that you can paint the
yeah,
picture, Sharon, the more you can paint the picture. So I want freedom. I want love. I want connection. I want intimacy. Tell me more and more. I love the way she gets that little innocent giggle on her face. Like it's like we're talking about really naughty things.
I
Like
feel
we
so
haven't even
I'm
said
not
anything that naughty, but we did say the word sex twice. Let's say it again. I want sex. I want orgasms. I want what else, Sharon? Sharon's like, I'm already having the orgasms. I've been taking care of myself on my own, but I want more. I want
yeah,
more.
I want someone to hold me and say, come
I
on,
want to
girlfriend.
be held.
Yeah, let's go have fun. I want to have that, let's go out for a date. Let's go on a holiday. All that
Yeah, your
exciting stuff.
companion, your travel partner, your person to do life
Yeah,
with.
we're not held back anymore. And there's no issue with the finances because we've got it. It's all happening. The business is essential. It's amazing. It's incredible. I just want to break free from the stigma of the way your life should be to society. And that's, um, go get that job and work the hours and, I'm an empowerment coach and I've been empowering others for so long and helping people get through. It's my time.
Yeah. So,
It's
Sharon, if you had a woman right now at 55 who looked as, and not that it matters because not about the outside, it's the energy that's just radiating off of you right now. You're glowing and gorgeous and a goddess. So, if you had a woman at 55 that was like, I'm free, my child is raised, I'm single, my parents have passed, it's me and I'm ready. What? Not that we give advice, but let's just give some right now. What would you advice would you give? What would you say to that woman who's coming to you and saying, "I think I'm ready for love and I'm ready for freedom and a partner to do life with and to share things with and to share expenses with and to share traveling and to share dreams and to share meals and to share my bed and to share my body and to share pleasure and to share. I'm ready to share. I'm ready for that.
and share adulting because
Adulting, because it's a lot to be the adult alone. Holy damn.
no. And I've been adulting for, well, no, I haven't been adulting. I feel like even when my child was living with me and as they became a teenager, and I felt like I was it was
It was
a flatmate, like I was
yeah,
sharing
roommate. Right.
a
Yes.
room.
Yeah. Now you've got,
I
yes. So
haven't.
Sharon, Ellen says, Ellen, who just got back from Stonehenge, who had her own rite of passage. She is officially the Crown Council. She now, I can just see it. Like, I can't even tell you what I see happening for Ellen now. But Ellen just wrote in the chat, it is time for a rite of passage for you, Sharon, to enjoy
Thank
your
you.
life. I love rites of passage, by the way. I love burning rituals. I love those magical things that make it like symbolic and ceremonial. And that's so, what could you do, Sharon, that is headed into the autumn? It is now the time. Like, let's think about that. You planted the seeds, you made the baby, you raised the child, you did the thing, and now you're in the autumn of your life. which is the harvesting and reaping what you sowed and enjoying all of it and really letting it come to you and receiving it. Let's just end our conversation today until we come back next week with some next steps. What can you do this week, Sharon, that's going to empower you to let go and really write a new set of beliefs and create your own rite of passage that maybe some of us will have to share in on? Tell us what's going to happen. We all need to know.
Like what you said before, what would I say to my client in the same situation? I would say, get out of town. Just go be free, like get in your car and just drive for a while, spend the day somewhere else that is not in your vicinity,
Yeah.
and just be
Free.
free.
Okay.
Find
I can't even believe I'm going to say this, ladies. All of you that are like, do not think this kind of stuff is appropriate. Just ignore me right now. Let it go in one ear, out the other. Forgive me in advance. Yeah. Terry's like Thelma and Louise.
just
Yeah.
don't go
I'm like,
yeah.
Ellen's like spa week. And I'm like, spa week, party girl, have sex, get your mojo back, do whatever needs to happen. This would be the
Yeah,
week. I'd be like, you just go on in there, you look across that bar, you see that cute guy, you go, hey, you want to go dancing? You want to
break free of the norm stigma that
break
society
free?
expects you to be at the age you are.
Yeah.
Because
So what could you do? You're going to get in your car. You're going to go somewhere this weekend. You're going to do something that's a little Thelma and Louise-ish. But what else along in there? Are you going to tell us about some exciting journey? That's what's going to happen next Thursday. You're going to fill us in on what you did.
yeah, and just write it all out. Like what you said, anything that's holding me back. And I say this to my clients all the time, get that crap out. Because the longer you hold on to the crap that's in your head, the harder it is to allow the best life to come through.
And to remind yourself that the crap is repetitive because it's a habit, because it's a pattern, because it's how your brain keeps you safe. It is not accurate. It is
That's
a
right.
habitual pattern that will, if you don't grab it, it's like a video on loop. It just stays on the loop and it just keeps looping and keeps looping until all of a sudden you go, wait, stop. I'm like back in the day, I'm taking the cassette case out. I'm ripping the tape out of the cassette tape. I'm ripping it up. I'm throwing it in the garbage. We are not ever putting that cassette back in. That one's long gone. And we're writing a new story. So it does help in the beginning to be really clear about what do I want? Like I say, get that magic wand out and as clear as you can get about what I want. What do I want to feel? And the more that you can really feel it and milk it, Sharon, in your body is the most powerful. Like feel lovemaking in your body. See yourself in the bed, see the person, see them touching you, feel it in your body, feels what that feels like. Close your eyes, milk it, milk it, milk it. See yourself out for dinner. See yourself walking into the restaurant, holding hands, smiling at each other, ordering the dinner together. Milk it, milk it, milk it. Feel it, feel how good it feels. Ooh, that feels so good. Then you're coming home and then you're crawling into bed together and he's tickling your back and you're laying there and thinking, I have love. Feel it, feel it, feel it, milk it, milk it, milk it. Every bit that you can keep milking it into your body that you go, yeah. And then you start saying to yourself, this isn't just a possibility. I accept that this would not be on my heart if it wasn't a probability.
Mm.
Like things are
Oh,
not put on our hearts
Mm.
unless it's being called for us.
Absolutely.
So I
Absolutely.
can't wait to find out everything, no pressure.
Exactly.
For next Thursday, you're going to come back. You're going to fill us in on how you're doing. And we're excited to just walk the journey with you because, like I say every week, it's not always just one breakthrough, but sometimes it's the realization that, like, what if I have been living an unconscious commitment to my mother? Like, Sharon, I have a lot of dysfunction in my relationship with my mother. And yet, there are times that I've caught myself just in the last week or two that I said, I think I might, on some level, be fulfilling an unconscious commitment to show my mother how it could have been, how you could have done it. how it
Mm.
could be different. I don't need to prove anything anymore. And on some level, I had to prove to myself, you can do that, that, and that, and still be a good mom. And you can do that, that, and that, and still be a good mom. But I think on some level, I think we do make these very unconscious commitments to our mother, and we don't even realize that it is such a deep part of the mother wound.
Mm.
And I've also tell you this, I'm learning as my daughters are getting older and becoming women now. Like Madeline is 30 with a baby that's turning 1 soon. Like I also realize like we make these unconscious commitments to our mothers, but there's also these unconscious commitments that our mothers put on us that if we're not really mindful and aware, we will unconsciously carry over to our children.
Yeah.
And then we expect them to like give us that extra bit of respect. Well, do you know what I did? And do you know what I've been through? And do you know how much I loved you? And do you know how much I tried for you? And you need to treat me like there's a whole bunch of things that we also have to free ourselves of, that our mothers didn't free us of, that we are freeing ourselves of as mothers.
Breaking the chain.
Breaking the chains, baby. Cutting the cords.
Exciting.
So, as I would also suggest this week, as you do your wish list of all the things you want and dream of, I would also do another goodbye letter to the commitments that you made to your mom.
Mm.
Like, I love you so much, mom, but I need to let go of some of the commitments that I made trying to show you how it could be.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you, Sharon. And I really look forward to having you back next week to just fill us in, sending you tons and tons of love. I know we all are. You are
Thank you.
so amazing and so courageous and so vulnerable. And so many of us just learn just from watching how comfortable you are letting yourself just feel your feelings and knowing this too shall pass.
It does. Yes.
Thank
Thank you. Thank you.
Sharon, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your depth. Thank you for your willingness to be seen. And to every woman listening, to every woman watching, I hope you felt the echoes of your own story in today's conversation. I know I did, because here's the truth. Coaching isn't just for when you're feeling lost or feeling confused. It's also for when you're ready. Like Sharon is ready for the next steps. She's ready to feel. She's ready to love. She's ready to shift. She's ready to rise. Just breathe that in and ask yourself, where are you ready to shift? Where are you ready to let go? What dream are you ready to remember? Who are you becoming? And if you're feeling that tug, the same one Sharon, Siobhan, and our other mech sisters and women who have been on the podcast felt, maybe this is your moment. Check the show notes if you're ready to join us for our Master Empowerment Coach certification. We've only just gotten started. And hey, if you like the podcast, don't forget to subscribe, share the episode with a sister, a friend, a mother, a woman in your life that needs it, and come back next week because we're going to go even deeper. We're going to catch up with Sharon, and we're going to have a new amazing woman in the love seat. And what you'll see every single week is that we are better together and we do this together because we can't heal alone. Until next time, be bold, be brave, and be simply woman.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's it for today's episode of the Simply Woman podcast. If something shifted for you today, don't stop here. Take the next step. If you want to be coached live on the show, join us inside the Simply Woman podcast studio. Sign up now at www.swatinstitute.com/podcast. And make sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you're ready to go even deeper, check out the Master Empowerment Coach certification, because the world needs more women leading the way. And now I leave you with just one question. What would courage have you do?